All right, but we're going to begin this half hour with another day of drama at the murder trial of Oscar Pistorius. One of the first people on the scene after the shooting is on the stand this morning. Let's get the latest now. NBC's Jeff Rawson once again for us in Pretoria. Jeff, good morning to you.
Hey, Savannah, good morning to you. Just moments ago, the most dramatic testimony we have heard yet. So powerful, Oscar Pistorius was actually weeping in court. Prosecutors called another one of his neighbors to the stand this morning, a doctor who saw the lights on inside Oscar's home after the shots. That is significant because all along, Oscar has said the lights were off. He thought it was an intruder because he couldn't see in there. And there is more. That neighbor ended up inside the house with Riva's body. In court this morning, Oscar Pistorius couldn't bear to listen, head in hands, covering his ears, as another neighbor went into excruciating detail.
I was awakened by 3 loud bangs, and I remember my wife asking me, what was that? And I said, I think it's gunshots. I heard screaming. It sounded to me like the voice of a female, and she screamed 3 or 4 times.
That neighbor ran into Oscar's house to help and testified he saw Riva Steenkamp's body. No pulse, no movement, no sign of life. Then he came face to face with Oscar himself.
He said, I shot her. I thought she was a burglar, and I shot her. During that time, while I was trying to ascertain if she's survivable, Oscar was crying all the time. He prayed to God to please let her live. She must not die.
Now prosecutors are delving into Oscar's past, too.
Oscar, tell us how you're feeling.
Just weeks before he shot and killed Riva, Oscar was involved in another shooting.
And I looked down on the floor, and exactly where my foot was stationary, there was like a hole in the floor.
That's Kevin Lorena, a professional boxer and one of Oscar's friends. He was there and got grazed. Prosecutors calling him to the stand.
Were you bleeding?
I was scratched from the shrapnel. I don't know what from, but there was blood on my toe, yes.
It happened right here at this restaurant in Johannesburg. Oscar Pistorius was here with a few friends out to eat. That's when one of them passed him a loaded gun underneath the table just to look at. The gun accidentally went off, and that's when Oscar allegedly asked his friends for a favor.
I remember he said, please take the blame for me. There's too much media hype around me. Just take the blame for me. And Darren Fresco, when the restaurant owners or manager came up, Darren took the blame.
Prosecutors clearly here trying to establish a pattern of guns and lies. But Oscar's defense team is firing back right now inside the courthouse, trying to poke holes in that neighbor's story. Could he really be sure what he heard, what he saw from so far away in the middle of the night? Certainly a fascinating day in this case, Savannah.
Jeff Rawson for us outside the courthouse again in Pretoria. Thanks very much.